Alright, so I didn't think I'd actually be making a video like this, and I understand the title may seem a massive clickbait, but just hear me out. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen these type of tweets a few days ago. The most crazy shit just happened to me, I practically got kidnapped, and the most fucked situation I've been in, but I'm all good. So these tweets were right after I practically spoke to the police about me and my situation, and they put it as I was kidnapped. It's only a small section of being kidnapped as the police put it, but this is pretty much what happened because I have the whole dash cam footage of my whole day. And after this, it just got better. So pretty much I was just heading to work, this is me driving, and we do have a dash cam that I got from like my 18th birthday ages back. And I had it on, luckily, because I would have recorded it. But pretty much what happened was I was at these lights, and I was heading to work, so it was just a normal day, nothing was meant to happen. And this video is definitely not sponsored by McDonald's. So we speed up a little bit, and this is where we get to. So pretty much, I am waiting to turn right on the traffic light, and you can see this guy, he's a Kiwi fella, they got out of his car, and I'm pretty much going to blur every number plate and everything, and street addresses, because I don't really want you guys knowing where exactly I am. So there is a kid in the back of this car, which I was a bit worried about. But pretty much what happens was he gets out to see the situation. As you can see, a girl is now running through the traffic and being chased by another fella. At the start, it looks like this guy is just chasing this girl for no reason. As a viewer, you wouldn't know what the hell was happening. While this is happening, the Kiwi fella is trying to sort it out. There's only 3 of them there right now, and it does get a bit more hectic. So the girl actually starts to try to get into this white ute that you can see up the front there. For some reason, that white ute has nothing to do with it, but for some reason, she decided to try to get into that car.
Dude, there's a fucking guy fighting another guy and a girl in this car. Oh shit, it's getting fucking violent. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Sorry about the quality, it is a shitty dash cam, but it gets the job done. I mean, you get to see guys sort of what happens. So while this is happening, this fella right here is the guy that practically kidnapped me. So after the situation has calmed down, the Kiwi guy goes back to his car. Not sure what he does here. He like does his little dance and proud of his victory. And then they decide to run off to the side of the street, and the girl nearly gets hit by a car because she's not, I don't know. These 2 people here are the ones that of course are trouble. And the guy in the far left was the one that was chasing them.
Dude, that chick was getting chased by a dude. Like that dude. Fuck. They're running away. Now they're having a fight over there. A guy has a camera in his hand. He's about to punch the guy. Oh, what the fuck?
So in this situation, you can't actually see because of the camera, but they were having a fist fight. The guy that was chasing him is now on the ground. The other guy that is the one that takes me is fist fighting and punching him on the ground. It's in the corner next to those cars. I get stuck here behind these 2 cars, and for some reason I nearly crash into this car because they all of a sudden stop because they're trying to watch the actual fight happen. As I'm waiting for these cars to drive past, I kind of just wanted to overtake and go to where my destination was, but then this happens.
You got beat the shit out. Shut up. Shut up, shut up. Yeah. Please, bro. Thank you, bro.
So in this situation, he's already jumped in and told me to drive, so I just calmly did what he said. For my own safety, I thought this was the smartest idea, so I just drove. He seemed very cool, he was chill with me, he wasn't like being threatening, he just told me to drive and or else sort of stuff.
I didn't rob no car. No, it's alright. He's trying to rob my girl. Okay. Can you get out of that one, please? Oh, yeah. How far? Because I gotta go to work. The police. What kind of hassle me? Honestly, I was just trying to help that girl. Yeah.
And so I just did what he said. And I muted this mostly because he said a lot of stuff that I didn't really want to put in the video because there's no point. But to me, he was very calm, and so I kept going, and I was trying to let him out as fast as I can, and I was staying chill. I wasn't going to be like, oh, you know, asking questions or anything, and I just did what he said. For the people that think that I went bitch mode and should have just kicked him out or stopped the car and, you know, done something about it, the safest option was for me to just drive and do what he says, so when he can get out of my car, I can just move on with my life. So at this situation, he gets out of the car and he actually tells me his name for some reason, but I didn't want to go into that detail. These guys weren't armed or anything. Obviously, the guy is a pretty built guy, and I just, for my own safety, wanted to do what he says, and then he walked off. I pretty much, after that, spoke to all the police officers about my situation, what I did, and I'm not going to get in trouble, of course, because they filed me as practically being kidnapped. It's not too much of a, big thing, but if it was any, sort of person with a knife or anything, that could have turned out a whole lot worse, and I could possibly not be here today if it wasn't just a more relaxed situation. Now, what it actually turned out to be is the guy that I gave the lift to was a mugger. He just pretty much stole something from the guy that was chasing him, and the girl was also part of it. Now, the police officers were really cool about it. I got a DNA swab all over my car and pretty much gave my statement because I was pretty much had to because I was part of it now. And after that, the news reporters were following around, talking to people. They didn't interview me, thankfully, because I didn't want to go through that. But they did get the wrong story on the news article. So right here seems realistic, but then it gets just a bit crazy and out of hand. So whoever they reported was incorrect. Right, so you guys saw the video and saw what happened. But in this article, it says, a violent brawl between 4 people, one allegedly armed with a knife and one with a baseball bat, erupted at a McDonald's this morning. Police were called to the McDonald's about 8:30 AM and reports of a large fight between 3 men and a woman. She allegedly asked for money when he refused, and 2 men appeared armed with a baseball bat and reportedly a knife. A melee erupted and the police arrived. For the 4 people scattered, with one allegedly attempting to carjack a McDonald's customer. Both were taken to hospital for minor injuries and are now assisting police. So that's so far incorrect. There was only 3 people, not counting me, and there was no knives or no baseball bats. So whoever they reported then was absolutely ridiculous. Unless the news just lies to us right to our face, this was a load of crap. Now, if you were wondering that something actually happened at the McDonald's itself, my co-worker actually saw the whole thing too. He was at McDonald's and he recorded everything too. Not really the best quality, but he said there was nothing at McDonald's. There was a bit of push and shove, and then they ran out, and then he followed them in the car and recorded on his phone. So this is just a bit of a recording that you're seeing right now. So after all that, I've spoken to the cops. Pretty much what their TLDR would be. The guy jumped in my car, told me to drive, and I did. So it's not that too bad. I was just a bit like, what the fuck? Alright, I did the right thing. It's all good. They haven't caught the guy that I know of. They have my number and everything. That I might have to go to court. I'm not really sure. I don't really want to. I don't want to be a part of it. But the situation, they did catch the girl, and they did interview the guy that got robbed. It was a whole pretty fucked situation. So 10 hours later, I've done my job. I'm going home. Gone home, and then I was going to go out again, and what do? You figure out the repair, how much it costs, and I'll pay it. That's probably the best way to do it. So bad day for SkitzMACHINE, eh? So pretty much at the top of the lights, it was a P-plate. That's not my car, that's the one I hit. The car I was using is not really my car, it's my mum's car, and it's a RAV4 that I've just been using to get my car back. And pretty much what happened was I thought I was going to fit because I was trying to turn into the right lane to turn right. She sort of panic braked because, in her words, the asshole in front of her braked really hard because of whatever reason. She panic braked, and then I went to turn right thinking that would fit in. I did not. The bull bar hit her side and did that damage you guys saw. We pulled over, I spoke to the girl, she was really nice about it, we all got it sorted, exchanged details, and I spoke to her father the next day. Still waiting for the price on it, but that's pretty much what the whole day turned out to be. My first ever kidnapping and my first ever crash. Both were very minor things, but both could have turned out way worse than what we got. I could have smashed into another car later on, and I could have been stabbed because I didn't want to drive the guy. So it's different things, one of the craziest days of my life, and both 2 new experiences. So the reason I'm making a video about it is because, well, it's interesting for one, and second of all, I didn't really expect 2 big things like that to happen to me. There was no damage on my car because there was a bull bar. But other than that, that's really just a whole day, a whole fucked up situation. So from my mate's phone and probably my own dash cam, I have some more footage. Like, we saw the cops run past us after chasing the girl, where we just saw her across the street.
She went that way?
Yeah, she just crossed the road and went left.
Also, another guy that pitch flighted went down that way to the right. But yeah, so that was my day, one that I'll probably never forget, and got a lot of people worried. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. That was my weird day. I know it's a bit odd to make a video about this, and it's probably not too dramatic because nothing really happened to me, except for me losing a lot of money. Don't forget to become a Patreon just right here. No, I'm joking. But other than that, guys, I hope you did enjoy the weirdest day of my life, and I will see you guys in an actual content video that you guys should probably enjoy, hopefully.